Amidst the injustice of victimization and harassment against journalists, Nigerian journalists have been tasked to strive for excellence in their journalism practice in order to protect the integrity of journalists. The Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Uche Oga, noted this at the annual lecture and award organized by the National Association of Christian Journalists to reward the eminent Nigerians, journalists and corporate bodies who have distinguished themselves as men and women of integrity. KAFTAN television correspondent Benedict Oku has more on the story.
Studies have shown that the injustice, victimization and harassment perpetrated by the security agencies against Nigerian journalists have become a major cause for alarm. Beyond this situation, some of them stood tall in protecting their integrity as journalists. In this regard, eminent Nigerians, journalists and corporate bodies who have distinguished themselves as men and women of integrity were bestowed a special award in honor of their self-discipline.
Of Christian journalists, hereby present you with the Integrity Personality of the Year 2021. Congratulations.
Speaking at the annual lecture and award organized by the National Association of Christian Journalists, the Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Uche Oga, tasked journalists to strive for excellence in the journalism practice to protect the integrity of their colleagues.
Christian journalists must speak themselves out for. You cannot publish what you do not have a source. Integrity therefore demands that journalists must stand up to the trust bestowed on them by protecting their source. So never allow yourself to ever do anything that will damage your integrity. If you know this is all you can live for or die. A Christian journalist must distinguish himself from the norm.
Some of the awardees urged the federal government to address the injustice, victimization, and harassment perpetrated by the security agencies against Nigerian journalists.
Advising our government to do to enhance the work of the journalists is, one, they should stop all this their consideration of so much obnoxious rules that tend to hinder the practice of journalism. Every other time they want to control what you say or what you write or what you report. That is not the way it should be. Then the harassment from security agencies should also be it shouldn't be the case. Journalists should be free to practice their profession.
They have the ability, one, they have the capability, two, they have what it takes to be honest. But there are a lot of things that are working against them. That freedom, I don't see that freedom of speech. Do you understand? I don't see it. Because those of them that have dared to be that free and to speak up their minds have been victimized in the past.
The journalists want to operate with freedom, but they were paid. They have a lot of responsibility, far beyond their salary. So they may need to compromise.
I think lack of attention. I don't see much attention given to them, and that is giving them a lot of laxity in their place of assignment. Very well. So they need encouragement and to be carried along.
I'll advise them to hold their forts. It's tough, it's difficult. It can be difficult. There are things you write that will bring you to limelight. There are things but it can be difficult to be a journalist in Nigeria. But you still need to do what you should do. Do what you should do. One day you will be remembered by God, if not man. God is watching everybody.
Senator Victor Ume of the All Progressive Grand Alliance seized the opportunity to lay more emphasis on the Anambra governorship election.
Well, we're the ruling party. We've been there for 15 years and 6 months, and we have delivered very good governance, having a very strong scorecard. The Anambra people will have no reason to change ABGA in the forthcoming election. So I predict a landslide victory for the party.
Journalists have been enjoined to, no matter the consequences, stand to do the right thing at all costs. The annual lecture and award was in order to encourage leaders to maintain integrity, which would facilitate national development.